mathematics somehow are involved in that, but not really. So in the end, it's just counting is ending, which is a weird title because there's a possibility for the development of conscious in my mind, so of your conscious and the conscious and no, conscious is weird. So dear community, today is about the third video I do. It's about numbers, and mathematics don't really hold any account in that, but funny, the accommodation of things in your mind is perceived for me as counting as ending sometimes, sometimes not. So counting, what is the title? Counting is ending. Why do I write that? It's because the counting is ending in a sense, if you view your mind, that you cannot really count to certain degrees, right? So this is why I wrote it like that, and that's actually a problem I perceive in the idea of the universe. Like the universe is destabilizing in a sense, like modern physics say, right? Not say modern physics count funny. So what's the truth is, in my mind, that counting, in a sense, if you view the universe, because it's at one point gone, right? It's ending. Doesn't mean souls are gone and so forth, but the universe can be gone, right? Let's talk about that in the next slide. So the universe is, well, universe is defined as every countable object in as space in existence. So the universe is the total account of everything, as by definition. Let's leave the multiverse out of this. And then you have the theory of that it's split in time zones. They are not real though. You don't really have time zones. In my mind, and my time works just very different. It's very weird. And time is not really real. It doesn't really have a dimension. It's not, it can create a dimension in a sense, but it doesn't have a dimension or any aspects. It's unreal. Not so real though. But the universe could not exist, right? The universe is maybe not existing, and that's also my idea. If you define universe as this, it cannot exist. Like, this definition must be wrong. So I revert to a theory of mine. This is a plane of existence, something that is not the universe, and the universe, what is described as the universe, doesn't exist. And then we come to spirit and soul, because it's actually like multitude of beings that exist. Call them gods, call them whatever you wish for. No, they're not. Call them what you wish like, but not that. Call them as you, well, don't call them. So spirits is that for which we can conclude that my conscious aspects of each and mandatory same nature are the essence. So in a sense, this means for me, and I think it's of such nature, that spirit is defined as what you, as a whole conscious, that you experience yourself, and you always experience every part of you. I do, at least, 100%. 100%. So the conscious aspects of each of your parts, personality traits, let's call them personality. Aspect is not really true because I already said aspect. It's like more personality, partial charts, or charts if you wish to call it in gaming terms. And they mandatory have the same nature. They do, because it's manifesting from your soul, which is manifesting from something from your spirit. And they are, in fact, like, this is the essence, if you want to call it that way. I don't have an essence though. So the soul, the idea, is what I become by projecting my higher self under the abyss of hell. Meaning, if I look in my spirit and I view every imagination I have from and for myself, and by myself and by someone else. It's under the abyss of hell. Like, it's not because there's a demon or something. I mean, kinda. But what I mean with this is that you project your variations, meaning the wave-like attributes that are on the outer edge of your spirit, meaning when you, for example, take a cigarette and smoke it, you don't have the whole experience of it. You just have some experience at some points. And that's the abyss of hell. You need to order your conscious and do what you think is the best for your soul. Always. It's the problem with psychosis and everything that you don't perceive. If you don't perceive something. So why is this video about numbers? What has all of this to do with counting, and why did I title it "Counting is Ending"? Well, counting emotion is one form of counting. You can count your emotions to a degree. Counting fate, would not advise to it, is wrong. It's very difficult and very weird. Can't do it. In my mind, I proved it to myself, in a sense. The next one is weird. Counting infinity. It's mathematically possible, right? No, not just mathematically. I think it's possible otherwise as well. And more important, counting silence. So this is very interesting because silence is basically nothing, right? But not really. Silence is the result of something. And that means that you can count it. You can count the structures inside it, in a sense. And here's where it ends for me to explain what I try to explain. Because counting silence seems impossible. It's more impossible than infinity, but it must be possible, right? Silence must be countable. Point being, in my mind, I'm also one who suffered from psychosis, and I do have the tendency to just integrate these aspects, these experiences I made while I was psychotic, which one I still make, whatever. Anyway, counting silence means to me that you count some sort of intervals in the amount of possible fate by infinity and felt sense of that to a degree that you can perceive. It's very weird, it's possible, it's very weird. So this creates then, not really, but opens pathways in your life. And that's pretty cool. And nothingness is music. Therefore, the truth of values and truth manage to count in like powered or pocket or empowered or blackjack. So yeah, joke ended. Have a nice day.